Good morning. This is Dwayne, and today I'd like to talk about the music theory behind the blues. The music theory behind the blues. Music theory is behind all kinds of music because all kinds of music can be broken down and analyzed and put into particular forms. And nothing is more true of that than the blues. Uh, the 12 bar blues is the basis for boogie, whether you're playing or or that kind of blues, or all kinds of different things. Everything rhythm and blues, jazz, and a lot of rock songs are based on the blues as well. So let's take a look at the form of the 12 bar blues because it is the basis for all those kinds of, all those genres of music. First of all, the basic blues only uses the primary chords in each key. In other words, if you're in the key of C, it would just use the primary chords C, F, and G. Now it ends up sounding a lot more sophisticated than that, and I'll show you why as time goes by, but that's the basis. It's just the 1, 4, and 5 chord, okay? Now, musicians, of course, use substitutes for those chords, but it started out this way, and it often, is often played this way too. So, in the key of F, then, that would be the 1 chord would be F, the 4 chord would be B flat, and the 5 chord would be C. If you were playing the blues in B flat, based on the scale of B flat, then the 1 chord would be B flat, the 4 chord would be E flat, and the 5 chord would be F. Okay, so if you're playing the blues, that was B flat, this is E flat, B flat, that's E flat, back to B flat, now back to F, E flat, and back to B flat. Okay, so I just played the 12 bar blues, played all 12 measures, and now I'm going to switch it to the key of C and count out those measures so you can see how many measures each chord gets. The 1 chord gets 4 measures. It goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, a 2, 2, 3, 4, a 3, 2, 3, 4, a 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, 9, 2, 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4. And then it repeats another 12 bars, and it keeps going around and around like that, okay? Now, I played just the primary chords, 1, 4, and 5. I had 4 measures of the 1 chord, followed by 2 measures of the 4 chord, followed by 2 more measures of the 1 chord, followed by the 1 measure of the 5 chord, 1 measure of the 4 chord, and then back to 2 measures of the 1 chord. Okay, and that gave us 12 bars. 12 bars and measures mean the same thing. Okay, now in the blues, in addition to the chords, they almost always use the 7th in the blues. Okay, in other words, you have the 1 chord, but you're playing the 7th too, also. You have the 4 chord, but you're playing the 7th also. And you have the 5 chord, but you're playing the 7th also. Okay, so you have that element that you're playing a 7th, a 2, a 3, a 4, 2, 3, 4, a 5, 2, 3, 4, a 6, 2, 3, 4, a 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, a 9, 2, 3, 4, a 10, 2, 3, 4, 11, 2, 3, 4, 12, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I played the same thing as I did the first time, except I just added the 7th. Now notice in the blues, a lot of blue notes are used. In other words, we're softened, sometimes sliding off the flat 5th. Okay, so we have I slid off the flat third and the flat fifth on the C chord. When I got to the F chord, I slid off the flat third and off the flat fifth. When I got to the G chord, I think I slid off the third, yeah, and then, okay, so you can make a melody, you can create a melody out of just playing with those flat thirds and fifths, can't you, on those three chords, okay? So then that's really all there is to it, because then it just becomes a matter of different kind of forms such as rhythm. You can have a New Orleans kind of beat, you can have a Kansas City kind of feeling. You know, all kinds of things in the blues. Just the rhythm can change and so on. But you see the format of the 1, 4, and 5 progression stays the same, and almost always includes those elements such as the seventh of the chord being used and playing around with blue notes, playing off the flat third and off the flat fifth. So that's the music theory behind the blues. I don't mean that's all the music theory, but that's the basic music theory behind the blues. And from then it's just applying different rhythms and chord substitutions and so on. When a modern jazz group plays the blues, you may have a little trouble following it because there's so many chord substitutions are being used. If you say you're in the key of F, they may move from the F chord to a half step to the B flat, the B chord sliding into the B flat chord, and then when they get to the B flat chord, they may use the suspension so you don't really recognize it. And same on the 1 chord. Donald Fagen particularly uses a lot of those kind of suspensions. Sometimes he doesn't even resolve them. Very clever use of voicing in the blues, but there's all kinds of variations for that. Okay, enough said about that. If you enjoy this kind of thing, these free piano tips, come on over to playpiano.com and sign up for our free piano tip, because they're free, and you'll learn a lot over the course of time. So thanks a lot, and we'll see you tomorrow with another tip. Bye-bye for now.